Hello everyone and welcome back to One United in our daily transfer updates again. Okay, first of all, I would like to send my deepest condolence to all Barcelona fans. I know you are in pain right now, so my thoughts are with you. Right, so we're gonna start today with the headlines, right? So apparently we have made our first signing in this transfer window, but it's for the reserve team. It's Filip Stevanovic. We get him from Partizan Belgrade. He's a Serbian, 70-year-old winger. Right, this is the first time I ever heard of him, but I've checked out some clips of YouTube's of him, and he does look a really good player. This boy is electric. He kind of reminds me of Ronaldo, you know, the way he dribbles and the pace that he has looks really interesting by, you know. So really, I'm interested to see what he can develop, what level he can reach, you know, especially considering our reserve team has quite few good players, you know? Not to mention the young players that is playing with the first team right now, like Greenwood, Fosu-Mensah, and then we have Hannibal in our reserve. Now Stevanovic coming in, you know, to play for Nicky, but okay, maybe not straight away because I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that he will be sent on loan back to Belgrade for a year, right, before he comes to United. So I think that's a good buy. I think United wants to, you know, secure his signature first before any other club try to sniff in, which is I think a good decision. I think this looks an astute buying. He looks very talented. Make sure if you don't know him, go check his YouTube clips. I'm sure you guys will be impressed. Remember, this is a 17-year-old, right, and playing in the top flight in the Serbian league, and he's already have 9 goals and 3 assists. I mean that's quite impressive, right, for a 17-year-old. Okay, so that's our first signing. Something quite interesting. I know you guys were hoping it's signing for a first team, news for signing for a first team, but again, yet no movement or no major news on the first team signings as of yet. So that's on Filip Stevanovic, right? Oh, he comes in for around 12 million, right? Okay, next is I want to talk about what else. Want to talk about, of course, maybe Sancho again, right? Nothing much in terms of the the deal or any discussion between United and Dortmund. Just that I'd like to share some interesting story regarding Sancho. Today is the second day that Sancho is training alone. Apparently, they said he has an injury, but the sources said that it doesn't, and it's fake. And the question now, you know, placed in all the, you know, especially United's fan bases, why is he training alone? Why he's not training with the first team and has an individual session? Yesterday he did have an individual session, and they said it's a normal thing, you know, to preserve, to like sort of give him his muscle rest. I don't know the technical, medical, or physiotherapy terms. That is like the justification they're given. And today again he's training individually, and the excuse or the reason given today is that he's has a slight injury. But apparently there's a source saying that it's not true. So that's an interesting thing for us to take note. If you can remember, Lukaku refused to play or join our pre-season with excuse that he feels he's injured. So not gonna put our hopes high, but it's something that interesting to see what's gonna happen next, because like have been stated all along, United are still confident, and United are still trying to get this deal to the finishing line. So let's see what United can do. Hopefully they can close the gap. I'm sorry, not the gap, can close the deal, because this is a signing, a marquee signing that shows our intent, and that can help us to close the gap between with City and Liverpool, right? And another interesting thing that I think that caused a bit of frenzy in football Twitter world is that Sancho has just shared. He posted a story in his Instagram. It's a story about let me share with you. It's a Piccadilly Circus. He shared this around 11 p.m. I'm sorry, 11 a.m. London time, I think. So it's interesting because obviously it's not in England, and this is it's a nighttime. So basically, if you can see, there's a Nike advert there. So basically, because it's a Nike athlete, right? So we can just assume he's promoting Nike stuff, right? But well, people want to think what they want to think. So I just leave that to you guys to think. What is the message behind that, right? So that's about Sancho. Nothing much. Sorry to disappoint you guys, but really there's nothing much more to updates on Sancho as of now, right? And another interesting update, like I mentioned in my previous video, my last video, looks like Napoli is going to get Gabriel, right? So apparently United has turned their attention to another centre half target, which is Badiashile. I think I did mention we have been linked with 3 left-footed centre-back, Gabriel being the first choice, and then Torres, and then Badiashile. It looks like we're trying to get a deal done with Badiashile, right? The 10 spot from France stated that United are in discussion with Monaco's leaders or top brass to procure Badiashile for around 30 million euros, right? So we have Badiashile. He's a 19 years old French, and he's already have 20 appearances this season. So he's huge. What I can say, he is huge. He does looks like a good player, really good prospect. I would say good prospect. So it'd be I will not be too excited, but in a sense I won't be too disappointed if we get him. I think he's one for the future if Oli does get him, and we do lack left-footed centre back, especially looks like Rojo will not be staying and will be leaving. So it's a good option to have. I'm sure he will not be a starter if he comes, but it's a good option to have to play in that left centre back role, right? So that's a brief updates I can have. So this is new news today. So we'll see if there's any more updates tomorrow. Okay, and talking about outgoings, looks like Pereira is going to move to Benfica. That's it. Benfica are interested in him and a few other clubs as well around Europe, and he himself instructed his representative, his agent, to scout around Europe to see which club are interested in him, right? And another news about outgoing, Smalling apparently is willing to take a pay cut in order to join Roma again. So the news is that Roma will come back for Smalling. They will try to bid again for Smalling after the breakdown of the discussion between them and United around 2 weeks ago. So it seems they are back for him, which makes sense because he did perform well with them, right? So it does make sense if they want him on a permanent basis. So that is the outgoing, and it does jive with the news that I'm sorry, Oli want to trim his squad to make room for at least 3 new arrivals, right? So we can assume that the 3 new arrivals: Sancho, a centre back, and maybe another midfield, be it a box to box or creative midfielder. So going by the way it goes now, I would say the 3 would be Sancho, centre back, maybe Badiashile, right? And perhaps Jack Grealish, because I was hoping maybe Van de Beek can come into the conversation, but he did make a statement earlier today saying that it may not happen this window because of all the coronavirus and whatnot and the economic situation. He did hint that he may stay and he's happy at Ajax. So we'll see next season if we can get him, especially next season with Matic is a year older, right? So maybe next season might be a good time if we want to bring Van de Beek in. So that's on outgoings, and another one is Chong. Yeah, I think can confirm that he's going on loan to Werder Bremen for a season long deal. I think his medical will be around within these 2 days. I think a report says his medical will be done quite soon. So all good luck to Chong. Hopefully he can learn in the Bundesliga, improve, and comes back as a better player for us, right? And as 2 news from the Sun. Well, we know the Sun is not the most reliable source ever. The first news is that they said United are considering of swapping Pogba for Dyabala, right? So you know what, ridiculous, right? Just no. As much as I'm a fan of Dyabala, swapping for Pogba, just no, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, right? especially when Pogba is now happy, right? And I think Fabrizio has confirmed that they're in talks with his agent, and he is happy at United. And I think all signs are pointing towards Pogba renewing his deal with United, right? So I don't think that's gonna be. I think that United letting Pogba go is not gonna happen, right? But the Dyabala story seems quite interesting because yesterday there's a news on Dyabala might be offered. It's up for sale, and they might offer Dyabala to United as well, right? So we'll see if there's any more updates or news on this. I'm still waiting for. But let's say we don't get Sancho, do get Dyabala. I don't think that's a bad alternative, right? If we compare like someone like Dembele, right? Surely it's a no-brainer. We pick Dyabala over Dembele, right? But my first choice is still Sancho, right? Hopefully that can still happen. Hopefully, right? Let's see what happens. And the other news from Sun seems this report that Saul Niguez is interested to come to United. I think that's only natural. I mean, people are always interested to go to other big clubs like United, right? So that's I think that's a no news, but interesting to think about if Niguez does come. It's kind of hard seeing how it can work between him, Pogba, and Fernandes, right? I don't think it gives us the right balance if those three play at the same time, right? If we were to go all out attacking, right? Well, like in the last 15-20 minutes, yeah, it can work, I think. But in terms of the overall, the way we play, I don't think it's a good balance. If we bring Niguez to play with our two star midfielders. So basically, that's the updates I have today. Not much, as you can see, but hey, we have our first signing of the season, albeit for our reserve team. Okay, guys, just stay positive. I think we might. I still think we're gonna do quite an acceptable or good business. I still have faith, right? So please hit the like button, and for those who haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And please leave your comments below. I just want to know. We will interested to know what your thoughts on this transfer window so far. Right? Do you think we will get Sancho, or do you think we should just forget about him since it's too much hassle with Dortmund? Just go for other alternative. Do you think we should buy another centre back? And do you think we're gonna get Grealish, or there's another player that you preferred? So please do put in the comments below. Alright. Thank you very much for those who are viewing. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.